Imagine a gray world. No color, no sculptures, no art at all. Not only would it be very, very boring, but our daily lives would cease to exist as we know them. Without the fashion designers creating our clothing, everyone would be walking around with no clothes. And with no chefs making our food, we would not have the meals we've grown to love. Many people take for granted or simply do not realize that art is everywhere. Art is a way of expressing oneself in a way that promotes educational growth as well as supporting mental health by building self-esteem as well as increasing motivation. Art also helps to increase attention, develop hand-eye coordination, and involves interacting with the material world through different tools and art mediums. When I began my journey into the art world when I was a small child, I always loved to draw and color, and as I got older, I began taking art classes in school. I learned that art develops a willingness to explore what has not yet been existed, meaning that what you create can never be recreated. It is one-of-a-kind piece of work that comes from the artist's soul. There is no right or wrong answer to it. It's simply how you feel and how you choose to express your emotions. Many people find art as a way to escape the harsh realities of the world when stressed, angry, or sad. I know that from my own experience, when my parents told me that they would be getting a divorce, I took it very hard. But I was able to share my emotions through my artwork. I began painting much more, and it helped me to handle the situation by subtly including my feelings into my work. This is one of my pieces I made during the time. Although it seems like a cute, happy-go-lucky painting, I am able to hide key aspects into it, such as the lone octopus, which represents me without my parents. I used the color blue for the background, not only because the water in the ocean is blue, but also because I was sad at the time, or blue so to speak. Art is not always about helping you grow emotionally, but also to help you understand or learn. At age 16, my high school art teacher, Miss McCabe, gave us an assignment to create a sculpture of our own choosing. I chose to make 2 sculptures of my own hands. I did this to draw attention to our own hands because as human beings, we use our hands for just about everything we do, and we do not take the time to appreciate them. While forming the cast for these pieces, I had to learn about the many types of waxes and what type would be able to cover my hands and harden in a short amount of time while still being flexible enough to allow me to remove my hand. I then had to choose a substance that I wanted my hands to be made of. I chose plaster after researching and understanding just how different types of material would dry and react with the wax that I used to pour into it. Once the plaster had cooled a few days afterwards, I needed to remove the wax, and I chose to cut it off by using an X-Acto knife, all while keeping a close eye on making sure not to cut the plaster mold. After sanding and painting the piece, I was able to understand and appreciate the fact that not only was I able to learn a lot from doing the project, I was also able to have fun while doing so at the same time. My love of art has allowed me to understand who I am and helped me to grow into the person I have become. While still in high school, I was inducted into the National Art Honor Society, which allowed me to learn and advance in art while being surrounded by a community of my peers, but also was a great addition to my application while applying for colleges. Therefore, I believe that art can always help people, whether it is emotionally by helping someone through a rough time, or educationally by allowing someone the opportunity to advance into higher learning. Art should always be available for the people.